becoming that girl is working on yourself. It's not about how someone else sees you. It's about how you see yourself. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So basically, I'm going to be talking about how to become that girl and how to do it in a healthy and positive way, because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to become our best selves. And another thing with this trend I would like to say is it's not about looking like a certain person. It's about changing things in your life in order to make you feel happier, in order to make yourself feel better. It's not about looking like someone else. It's not about being skinny. It's about being the best version of you. So let's just get right into the video. And if you don't mind subscribing and maybe even liking or commenting, it would help me out so much. I really would appreciate it. So yeah, let's just get into the video. What we're talking about is becoming that girl. Now, if you don't know what that girl is, it's basically a trend on Instagram and TikTok and Reels where you try to eat healthy, you try to become your best self, you try to become aesthetic. I think that in order to become that girl for yourself, you just need to appreciate yourself as a person, and I don't think that you need to look like the people to actually become that girl. You don't need to look the way that girl looks to become the version of that girl for yourself. You need to become the version that you want to be. You don't need to work out every single day to become the version of that girl that you want. Right now, I'm going to try to explain the positives of the trend and what I think are good about it. Now, basically, I think that this trend is good, this trend is healthy if you are doing it properly. And I think that it's not about being a certain way, looking a certain way, being her, eating really healthy salads. It's about your lifestyle. It's about making a lifestyle change that suits you and that makes you happier and that makes you feel healthy and your best self. All you need to do is just focus on making small changes. Just focus on, maybe if you wanted to go to the gym more, just go twice a week that week, and that's it. Don't start off doing some crazy routine because you want to be skinnier. Don't try to do something that hurts you in the end. I'll also say though that making changes in your life is extremely beneficial and can actually really help out in the long run. When I try to do something in order to be healthier, it normally makes me feel better about myself. Now, things that you can do in order to help yourself reach these goals is waking up earlier in the morning, something I'm still working on, but I seriously think that waking up just a little bit earlier, nothing crazy, just waking up a little bit earlier, having time for yourself, that really helps make you feel like the main character, makes you feel better about yourself. Another thing I would say in the mornings that actually really helps a lot is journaling and praying. I prefer to do these things in the morning because I feel like it helps me really start off my day. Again, it's just a personal preference. Maybe write down how you feel, maybe pray to God about how you feel, or whatever you prefer to do. Just get it all out and start your day on a positive note. Maybe listen to some positive, calm music. Those are simple things that you can do to start your day and make you feel good about yourself. So I would definitely recommend doing that. Thing I would recommend is not skipping breakfast, because breakfast is an extremely important meal. And I feel like I know a lot of people who skip breakfast, and I'm just like, I could never skip breakfast because it's just so important to me, and it's just so important to me to eat that meal. I would also recommend trying to make your breakfast healthier if you can and if you feel like you can, because I feel like having a healthy breakfast in the morning is a great way to start it, because like something like an acai bowl or a smoothie or an avocado toast or eggs or whatever, those are really great options in the morning and they'll make you feel full. So I would definitely recommend doing simple things like that. Another thing I would recommend is drinking water in the morning, because I feel like drinking water actually really helps you start your day as well, kind of like eating the food, like it helps you fuel yourself, it helps you like go throughout the day. I feel like drinking water, especially with lemon or chlorophyll in it, really helps you stay hydrated and stay more awake throughout the day. You just dehydrated yourself for 12 hours, 15 hours, 8 hours, whatever. So you really should put water back into your body when you wake up. This way it feels more refreshed, more renewed, and you're ready to start the day. Another thing I would recommend is doing a light workout or whatever feels best for you. So whether that's yoga, whether that's weightlifting, whether that's running, doing a sport, like things like that are actually really helpful to do. I definitely would say that doing a workout or an activity to the extent that makes you happy and makes you feel healthier is very good. I would definitely recommend just doing something to get the blood flowing. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but again, part of that trend is becoming a healthier version of yourself. So I would definitely recommend doing a light workout. I feel like it does really help with your mental health and your physical health as well. Yeah, again, nothing crazy, and you don't have to work out every single day. I'd say like 2 to 5 times a week is perfect, maybe even like 1 time a week. Like honestly, whatever is best for you is where you should start, because don't start somewhere that doesn't make you feel comfortable and that you know you can't keep up. The point of this trend is to become a healthier version of yourself with a better lifestyle. So the first thing I thought was a good idea to talk about is looks. Now basically, as you guys know, when it shows a video of becoming that girl or how to be that girl, it's basically a video where it just shows a whole bunch of aesthetically pleasing pictures and super skinny people and working out, and I don't think that that is how to become that girl. Becoming that girl is working on yourself and not necessarily looking the way that that person did on that video. Become your own person, become your own version of yourself, become the person that you want to be. You don't have to be super skinny in order to become that girl for yourself, because becoming that girl is how you feel about your own self. It's not about how someone else sees you, it's not about how your friend sees you, it's about how you see yourself. So it's not just something that is one look. There's all looks for becoming that girl. And I don't like how they only include one certain look for that particular trend, but you can look however you want to. You can still be that girl and look how you want to look. You don't have to have an aesthetically pleasing room to be that girl. So that is what I think about looks. Another thing about looks is you can change the way you look if that's what you want to do. And I'm not saying like drastic changes. I'm just saying, like, if you want to do a skincare routine, do it for yourself to make yourself feel better. And I also think that a huge thing with changing the way you look or trying to change something about yourself is how you do it mentally. So if you wanted to, like, I don't know, don't change something just because you want to look like someone else, okay? Like, don't change the way your hair is just because you want to look like her. Change your hair because you want to look your best self. Change your hair because it makes you feel happier. Change your hair because that's how you want it. Don't change it to look like someone else, because at the end of the day, you are the only you in the world. You're the only person who looks like you. You're the only person who could be you. So don't change yourself to look like someone else. Struggling too. Their life isn't perfect. They don't feel like their happiest self all the time, 24/7, and think that they're an amazing person and the best person ever. We're all just trying to like figure out our life. Like, we're all just trying to figure out how to be the best versions of ourselves. So don't change yourself just because you want to look like someone else. It won't make you happy to try to look like someone else, because you'll never look like someone else. You're only you. You are the best version of you right now. You can be the best version of you. You can look how you want to look. You do look how you want to look. Embrace it. Love yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. I am an amazing creation of God. Like, I am an incredible person. Don't look at yourself and say, oh, I don't look like her. I don't look like that person. No, you look like you, because that's who you were meant to be. You can fix your hair. You can do your makeup better, but don't try to change yourself just to look like someone else. So the next topic I wanted to get into was aesthetic. And basically, if you don't know, this trend, it's basically a lot of like cottagecore, some sort of floral aesthetic. And again, I don't think that, I'm just going to talk briefly about this, but I don't think you need to have a certain aesthetic to be that girl. I think that you can generally just have any aesthetic that you want to be that girl, because becoming that girl is becoming the best version of yourself. So if that's not your aesthetic, then don't do that. There's a ton of videos online to find out like your aesthetic. So I would definitely recommend doing something along that line. Yeah, again, the aesthetic thing, it's not necessary at all to have a certain aesthetic. So in the videos, a lot of becoming that girl is working out. And I would say that working out is good for you. Working out is good for your health. Working out is good for your body. And it overall makes you feel like a happier person. But don't push yourself to the point where it's exhausting, or you feel like you're just going nowhere with it, or it's just something that you're trying to do because you want to be super skinny. Don't do it for those reasons. Do it for positive reasons. This way you don't just give up. Do it for reasons that make you feel good about yourself. Don't do it for reasons that are bad or toxic. Don't do it because you want to just be skinny. Don't do it because you just want to look like her or do this or that or whatever. Also, don't try to underwork yourself either. Like, try to push yourself if you can, but don't push yourself to the point where you just don't feel okay. The next thing I wanted to talk about was food. And as you know, in the videos, there's a lot of cool foods that they show, like acai bowls, smoothies, and all those things are good. And I would definitely not recommend going on a diet to become that girl. I have always disagreed with diets just because I feel like they're extremely toxic and they don't really do anything beneficial. If anything, they just make you feel worse about yourself. Eating healthy though is a different thing, because I think that you can include healthy foods into your diet and still be healthy. You can still eat whatever you want to eat. You can still have that cookie, you can still have that cake. Just because you want to become that girl doesn't mean that you have to cut out every single food that you like. Not eating enough or eating too little is going to make you feel worse. It's going to make you feel sicker. Going on a diet is going to make you feel worse. It's going to make you feel sicker. And that's not necessary to become that girl, because it's really trying to just show you that you can become the best version of yourself. And in that aspect, they've laid it out very wrong. But overall, I think that the idea of the trend is to really just become your best self. Not to look like her, not to look like him, but become your best self. So right now, I'm going to try to explain the positives of the trend. Now, basically, I think that this trend is good, this trend is healthy if you are doing it properly. It's not about being a certain way, looking a certain way, being her, eating really healthy salads. It's about your lifestyle. It's about making a lifestyle change that suits you and that makes you happier and that makes you feel healthy and your best self. And that's where I think that people get confused, because I think that people also, they look at the video and they're like, oh, I need to be skinnier, I need to be looking like her in order to feel that way, or in order to feel happier, I need to go to the gym 7 times a week in order to feel that way. And you don't, you really don't. All you need to do is just focus on making small changes. Just focus on, maybe if you wanted to go to the gym more, just go twice a week that week, and that's it. Don't start off doing some crazy routine because you want to be skinnier. I'll also say though that making changes in your life is extremely beneficial and can actually really help out in the long run. So the last part of this video is basically, I'm just going to be discussing how I feel about this trend personally, how I would try to use it in my own life, but in a positive way. So again, as I discussed previously, I really do think that this trend is good, but in some aspects it's not. You don't have to change yourself to become that girl. You don't have to change how you look to become that girl. It's all about lifestyle changes, and it's all about becoming the best version of yourself. So whatever that means to you is what you should do. Think down deep and really think about what it is that you feel like would make you happier, or that what you feel like would make you feel better.